Lana Del Rey, a name synonymous with nostalgia, tragedy, cinematic storytelling, and the typical sad girl music. From her viral debut with video games, to her evolution into one of the most respected singer-songwriters of our generation, Lana's journey has been anything but ordinary. But behind the old-school Americana aesthetic lies a story filled with struggle, reinvention, and resilience. Before she was known under the name Lana Del Rey, she was Elizabeth Woolridge Grant. Born on June 21st, 1985, in New York City. Raised in a small town of Lake Placid, New York, Elizabeth grew up surrounded by nature, attending Catholic school and singing in church choirs. But beneath the seemingly idyllic upbringing, she battled personal endeavors. Namely, a young struggle with alcohol that led her parents to sending her into a strict boarding school, Ken School in Connecticut to be exact. After graduating, Elizabeth moved to New York City and enrolled at Fordham University to study metaphysics. But her true passion? Music through and through. Performing under her real name and later as Lizzie Grant, she spent her nights playing in small clubs and writing melancholic, introspective songs. The journey wasn't easy. In 2008, she released an album called Lana Del Rey, aka Lizzie Grant, but it was quickly pulled from streaming services due to label issues. For many, this would have been the end, but not for her. This wasn't going to be the only instance of her not being able to fully release an album, but 2011 was the turning point. This is where we're starting to see more of the old school Americana vibe. She uploaded a homemade music video for video games to YouTube. The internet took notice. The song's haunting melody and melancholic lyrics went viral, and suddenly everyone wanted to know, who's this woman and what is this vintage aesthetic? With her newfound fame, Lana signed a major deal with Interscope Records and released Born to Die in 2012. The album was a cultural phenomenon, spawning hits like Blue Jeans, National Anthem, and of course, Summertime Sadness. With this success came controversy, critics accusing her of being inauthentic, an industry plant, manufactured for aesthetic appeal. A now infamous 2012 performance in Saturday Night Live was brutally mocked, with some calling it the worst SNL performance of all time. Despite all the hate and criticism, she kept going. Instead of chasing radio hits, she embraced her signature sound, proving she wasn't just there for the fame, but a world where she can truly embrace her passion. In 2014, she dropped Ultraviolence, an album that abandoned pop elements for a darker, grittier rock-inspired sound. With tracks like West Coast, Brooklyn Baby, she silenced critics and solidified her artistry. The album debuted at #1 on the Billboard 200, marking a high never seen before in her career. Lana followed up with Honeymoon in 2015, leaning into a more jazz influence, before surprising everyone in 2017 with Lust for Life. This album was different, more hopeful, more collaborative. With features from The Weeknd, A$AP Rocky, and even Stevie Nicks, Lana was no longer just the blueprint for sad girl music. She was evolving and showing a lot more variety. Then came NFR, Norman effing Rockwell, in 2019. This album really turned her into one of the biggest pop girlies out there. Produced with Jack Antonoff, this was the moment critics finally gave Lana her props. Songs like Venice Bitch and Mariner's Apartment Complex weren't just good, they were immaculate. The album earned a Grammy nomination for Album of the Year, unfortunately losing to Billie with When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go? I personally still wouldn't be able to tell which one deserved it more, but I'd probably still go with Billie for the innovation. Since then, Lana has continued to create music on her own terms. Chemtrails Over the Country Club and Blue Banisters in 2021 showcased her poetic songwriting, while Did You Know There's a Tunnel Under Ocean Boulevard in 2023 reminded the world why she remains so captivating. A funny story to Chemtrails and Blue Banisters: I actually didn't realize Chemtrails was the whole album, and that's the whole point. Lana was really pissed that the album did so bad commercially, so she dropped Blue Banisters to prove that she isn't a falloff. Well, she ended up having another flop. Commercially at least, the album is written amazingly in my opinion. Her latest album, Ocean Boulevard, luckily served that purpose. But Lana's career hasn't always been without struggle. From being dismissed as an industry plant to facing backlash for her views on feminism and artistry, she's always been a polarizing figure. Yet through it all, she's never stopped being herself, whether the world approved her or not. Like, yes girl, go ahead and work at a Waffle House.
Oh my god. Oh, look at this guy. Oh God, Charlie, don't film him without his permission. Why is Bub?
But what does all of this have to do with Sloth? Well, one of the most intriguing aspects of Lana's career is her habit of teasing music that'll never officially see the light of day. Fans have eagerly awaited albums, songs, projects she's hinted at, like Rock Candy Sweet, which she announced but later seemed to abandon, or scrapped songs like Cherry Blossom and Roses Bloom for You. Even her rumored country covers project, Lasso, has yet to materialize in full. Whether it's due to artistic indecisions or industry delays, Lana has kept her audience on edge, making each release feel even more precious. On one hand, Lana tends to have a lot of care for numbers and being a part of mainstream media. But on the other hand, she doesn't promote her music. Ever. Her most used tool for promoting her music is her Instagram story. Pick a struggle, Lizzie. One thing that I really love about Lana is her interaction with her fans, like the Waffle House incident or when she asked a fan if she's been cutting it up lately.
You chopping it up over me?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Truly, what an icon. From an unknown indie artist to one of the most influential musicians of the 21st century, Lana Del Rey's story is one of a kind. She's a singer, a storyteller, a poet, an icon. And if there's one thing we've learned from her journey, it's this: true artistry isn't about pleasing everyone, it's about staying true to yourself. So, tell me down in the comments what you think about her whole situation and Lana in general. I hope you enjoyed the video. See you next time.